You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Definitely. What counts? Are sex workers
Uh,
not even gonna be able to do like fucking any
I feel
type of
like literal
sex
sex, like
work?
oral sex, and like genital sex, like just like straight up like literal sex, like literal cash or credit or coin for actual penetration or oral sex. Like I feel like that's the case.
but like, who's gonna be like? I mean, I don't know, bro. That shit gets real dicey. I can get it that like they could definitely do things on people like on the street level, right? But once you come off of the street level, that becomes hard to prove then, right? Because who's to say that, like, listen, just because you have sex with somebody, that don't mean I can't give you money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we have sex, I can't be like, hey, man, yo, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you go to the mall today?
Hmm.
Like, is that buying? Is that paying for sex? Is that buying sex? I gave you some money. You know what I mean? Like,
But just in terms of like trying to attack like trafficking, I think this is good, especially with like places like Houston, because the amount of people that go, like not people, the amount of Black women and like Hispanic Mexican women that go missing in Houston is really like I don't even want to say alerting or alarming. It's like beyond that. It's like crazy, like how many
Yeah.
girls go missing here,
Big.
and it's because they were being put into these like rings of trafficking. It's crazy as fuck. But then there's just people that are going and actually like just buying into having sex with whatever girl they choose, and then like going home after. And then meanwhile, that girl like has to stay there, and she's like potentially drugged up or something. So just like in the name or in the direction of like attacking that, it's like that's worth it, like totally.
I think a
Yeah,
lot of
I
people that
feel
have an issue with it, they're saying that like, because that part, I think that's the spirit of it becoming a felony. That's the spirit of it, right? It's to like kind of try to thwart that. But
mm-hmm.
people are just sitting back like this thing it's gonna trickle down, you know what I'm saying, to like the people that are having consensual sex. You know what I'm saying? Like it's consensual sex, nobody's being forced. You know what I'm saying? And now you can, potentially make that a felony. Listen,
I feel like that'll be your way out. That'll help you. Like if you're not doing anything, I mean, like if y'all are both there and you really are a prostitute, but then both of y'all just say, "Oh, it's consensual. It's a gift, whatever." I mean, yeah, there's your alibi. But if like there's actually somebody that's in danger, actually who needs help, then like
yeah,
yeah, then they can say, "No, I'm not trying to do this. Nigga's paying for this. Get me the fuck out of here!" And boom, you are hit with a felony, John.
yeah.
Now the John catches a felony versus just going back to work the next day. And like so, yeah, I think this is a step. Like it's like a like I'm actually surprised of 50 fucking states that Texas decided to do something.
And I didn't look. I was reading up on it. I don't know. I wonder how it's going to be charged from a prostitution level, right? So will the John and the prostitute both be charged?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because technically, it's only one person paying for sex.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
one is soliciting it, so in that case, they probably will both be charged because soliciting it is illegal as well.
That's
But
fine.
in case if there's a victim, then like the victim would be able to say, I had no parts of this. I was kidnapped or I was innocent. I didn't want any of this." And then like they would have that'd be their alibi out to having to
I
know.
mean, making that trafficking shit a felony because that's some heinous shit. That's a good step. I think a lot of people are just nervous because look, it's a lot of women out there that just want sex work to be legal. It's a lot of women that want sex work to be legal. And this definitely, clearly puts a damper on that shit.
Right.
Yeah, at least in Texas, but then again, Texas would have been the last state to do that. But you can actually go to Vegas, or you can go to some places where they're not thinking about this. I'm sure, like in New York, like you might have a little bit more leeway. You might have more leeway in certain places to be able to
Yeah.
get your walk on, your night walk in Miami or whatever.
Your night walk.
Versus like, don't try that shit over here because it's actually like it's really serious. It's such a fine line, and what's most important is the fact that there are actual people that are being like snatched the fuck up and like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
a problem that definitely needs to be addressed. So, it's going to be interesting how that shit plays out. One more law piece, right? We usually don't get into law on the show. I'm happy to get into some law talk. Did y'all see this shit? This shit fucked me up. North Carolina. So North Carolina, they have voted to raise the legal age of marriage to 16. They raised the age to 16.
That's
Because it was
crazy.
probably like 14 or something,
It
right?
was 14. It was
I think
14.
in Texas it's 14. If you have
Yeah.
parents' permission, you can get married at 14 in Texas.
Apparently, like if the person is like in a certain age, like if they're like within a certain age in North Carolina, you didn't even need parents' permission. If they were like, I don't know, this shit is wild. First of all,
That is wild.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because like they're saying that like at 16, you can get legally now at 16 in North Carolina, you can get married to someone up to 20 years old.
Hmm.
Yeah, which still seems kind of tough. Up to 20. I mean, because now technically what that means is that there's a person who is 20 years old who could be technically working the high schools.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough when you think
Only
about it.
if they go as far to get married. I'm like, I wonder what the other thought
I
is
mean,
on it. As
if-
in.
I would think that if you decide to marry somebody, you didn't went out with them a couple times first.
Yeah.
So now you work in the high schools. So people are cool with motherfuckers out here working. That's wild that you can work the high schools at 20. I mean, I'm aware that people have always been doing it. I knew motherfuckers that was doing it when I was in high school that we knew was like.
I mean, like it definitely has been going on, and it will keep going on because people at the end of the day, when you're 16, you're gonna feel kind of grown, like, and you're gonna think that you can be up on some shit like that. When you're 17, all them ages,
but
that's
that
when
shit
it comes to the older person.
Like that'll, I mean, like as time goes on, like that'll be attacked as well. Like, because that's a huge, just like the sex trafficking thing is slowly unfolding. We're like seeing the real of it. Like these pedophiles are really out here. Like that's some weird ass, strange ass shit, and like they really like kids. And that's why all these weird laws have been in place for so long. They're trying to cover their own asses. There's just like so much.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was thinking about with the Texas law. I'm like, everybody knows politicians buy pussy. Like, so it's crazy that this law is even going through the thing. Like, y'all niggas the main ones selling pussy. I mean, buying pussy. I watched Scandal, ho. I know what the fuck y'all old
Scandal
white men
hilarious.
is on. I know what them white men is on.
No,
Hilarious. Okay, hold
No,
on.
but did y'all see, speaking of laws, and I don't know if we talked about this on here, but Apple, now they're going to be able to like look through all your photos.
Oh, yeah. It's for child
the
porn, right?
police if they see, any child porn. And they will report you to the authorities.
I like that. I think that's a great thing.
You like that until we're gonna be looking through your photos for any weed pictures, and if we find them, we're gonna alert you to the authorities.
That's gonna be.
We're gonna be looking through your phone for any illegal pictures, and if you're doing anything, we're gonna report you to the authorities.
No, I think that's a great thing. I think that these are things that should be attacked. Just because I've actually so I've heard the talk, you hear the little chatter, whatever. Like not whatever, but like you hear about the sex trafficking shit and the pedophilia shit and the rings and the stuff that governments and really big politicians, like political officials, are part of. But then I actually did research and just like the numbers of missing little fucking kids, and it's really out of line. So it's to think that there's intention going into stopping this or countering it. It's necessary. Like I don't think that there could be any drastic decision to countering that because it's like the things that I've read on are so fucked up. Some are unbearable. Some we haven't even heard the deaths of. But I don't think that any measure can be drastic enough to combat some pedophilic shit on some innocent kids who can't defend themselves against sexual nasty energy.
Hold on. What goddamn Courtney? What type of I didn't have any 20-year-old motherfuckers in my high school. That's some wild shit, bro. You had 20-year-old motherfuckers going to school? Like that's crazy.
No, there are. That's true.
That motherfucker should be getting ready to graduate college. The fuck you mean? You still in high school, my nigga?
No, that's true though. There
People
are.
might get held back.
I mean, that could definitely have happened.
People be starting stool then.
Bro, tell that nigga to go get a GED, bro. Give up on that school shit, fam. If you 20 and you still in high school, get you a GED and find a trade. That shit ain't for you.
Maybe he just a senior. Damn, he had a rough couple of beginnings.
You'll be all right.
You got held back a couple times, okay?
At first you don't succeed.
What type of high school did y'all go to where y'all had grown ass men? Y'all had niggas buying that could buy alcohol in high school. What the fuck is going on out here?
We did not say 21. I'm like,
Yeah,
but